Hi, I'm Annie Ulichny, and I want to thank you for joining in for some meditation practice today. So what happens when we wake up and we feel off? We don't feel ourselves, right? It happens to everybody. We all can experience this and understand and relate to this, just not feeling ourselves. But what does that really mean? It happened to me recently, and when we feel off, what we tend to do is ignore it and push it away and pretend that it's not there and just push through the day. And that can actually end up backfiring. It can cause us to feel more stress, have more discomfort in the body, and a gripping in and looping thoughts going through our whole system from head to toe. If we notice that this has happened, if we wake up feeling tight, rigid, overwhelmed, anxious, brittle is the word that I could describe for my own recent experience. When we wake up feeling this way, when we notice, we can just invite it to be with us and feel it. When we actually acknowledge that it's here and feel it, we're helping the process, this weather system within us, to work its way and dissolve and move along with ease and quicker, actually, versus when we push it away, it stays with us throughout the course of the day. So we're going to work with waking up, not feeling ourselves, having this inner weather turmoil system that doesn't feel right to us, and use some practices that you can then take in your own life and do anytime you need as well. So I'm going to relate to this and call it inner weather. And the reason is we spend an awful lot of time every day checking in with the news, checking in with the weather. What's the weather going to be today? What's the weather going to be tomorrow or later this week? We're all very engaged in knowing what's happening outside of ourselves. And this way we can start to check in with ourselves and offer some healing to ourselves and our inner weather. So I'd ask you to take a comfortable posture. And if you're seated in a chair, you could notice that your feet are on the floor, feeling the soles of your feet. Feeling that the pelvis is holding the weight of your body here, comfortably on the chair. Our spine is upright and dignified, allowing our front body and our lungs and our rib cage to be fully open for breathing in our practice today. Having our hands on our thighs, closing our eyes down. And we're going to take a few breaths together to start. And we're going to breathe in very slowly, filling up the belly. So the mind is fully engaged in experiencing the belly around the belly button area, expanding on the in-breath. We'll take a few slow, very slow breaths together. So we'll fill up, expanding the belly slowly on the inhale. And the exhale is going to be with pursed lips, or like if you're whistling, your exhale is going to be with pursed lips, slowly, smoothly exhaling out of the mouth through pursed lips. We'll take another one of those breaths. A belly inflating on the inhale, slowly inhaling. Feeling everything fill up. And then the exhales slow, is slower than you would like. Exhaling through pursed lips, out of the mouth through pursed lips. take one more together. Inhaling, filling up the belly. Exhaling through pursed lips. Noticing the sensations in the body, allowing the breath to now find its own rhythm without any control. Noticing if the body is feeling a little more relaxed using those 3 breaths. You feel a little bit more calm. Perhaps the mind is a little more engaged within the body, so this inner voice is a little quieter. We're just making a little space as we get started here. And I'd like you to find one of those mornings, perhaps recently, where you woke up and didn't feel relaxed, calm, well rested. You felt rigid, anxious, overwhelmed. Perhaps worries were looping in the mind. Perhaps there was some actual physical pain in the body, and this physical pain was sending signals up to the thoughts to start looping about and complaining about any physical ailments. The body and the brain are very interconnected. Perhaps there was some worry about some conflict with somebody. Or some situation, some to-do list, event or activity coming up, and there was some worry or doubt as to whether or not it was able to get done. There's 1,000,001 worries that could have caught our attention, and we start to store this in our thinking and our body. And we sometimes wake up with that stored energy system, like a hurricane or a strong pattern of weather within the body. As I described mine, it was this brittle, cool, isolating, gripping sensation. And I could start to track the looping thoughts of some activity on my to-do list, and worried about getting it done and doing a good job. There are many, many things that we can bring up and recognize for ourselves. And we hold on to them, and sometimes we wake up with them. Recognizing this thought pattern, this clenching in the body. And what has come up for us. So can we hold this and just accept that it's here with us right now? Again, we've brought something up and we're just making space for it. Preparing, just like we would prepare for bad weather outside. We can accept and prepare what's here right now on the inside of us, the pressure, the turmoil within us. Just making a little more space to start. And as we hold this overwhelm or gripped idea, we're going to use this breathing pattern. It's a double inhale, so it's a belly inhale first and then a chest inhale second. So we're going to engage the mind in paying attention first to the belly, second to the chest on the inhale. So it's going to sound like this. Through the nose, a double inhale, and then an elongated exhale through the nose. If that's uncomfortable, you can exhale through the mouth if that's easier and just feels more comfortable. But the inhale is through the nose. So it'll be like this. So why don't you join me here? Inhaling, exhaling, and just letting the exhale drop out through the nose or the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Start to play with this pattern for yourself. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bring all of your focus to your own rhythm of this double inhale, exhale. Feeling in the body as you do it. Stay with this breathing pattern, even if your mind wants to start engaging in other thoughts. Stay with the breathing pattern. Feel the body. And now we're going to elongate the double inhale and elongate the double exhale. So you're going to add a second or two to each side of the inhale, exhale. Elongating the exhale, slowing down slower than you want. Notice if your thoughts try to take you away. Can you really keep yourself focused on the body and the breathing, feeling the belly and the chest, and then the lungs squeezing the air out on the exhale. The muscles in the rib cage helping to squeeze out the air on the exhale. Really feel the engagement of the body with the breath. Notice if you start to feel any agitation or restlessness, and just be open to this. Allow it to be here too. And when you get to the bottom of this exhale, squeeze the air out and let the breath breathe itself in its own natural rhythm now. And we're going to take a few breaths in our mind's eye on the inhale. We're going to take 2 breaths together, breathing in and imagining that the breath is going right through the forehead into the brain. A slow, caring, very kind breath in between the two eyebrows in the forehead area. On the inhale, we're breathing directly into the brain. And then a gentle, slow, slow, slow exhale, releasing. And one more breath in, imagining it's going right into the center of the forehead, kind of between the eyebrows, that space. Breathing in gently, soft, caring breath. Soothing the brain with our inhale, and then just a letting go on the exhale. Release, let go. When we can make space and feel a greater sense of openness, perhaps, we can start to work with the overwhelm, the turmoil in the body. And this turmoil kind of energy can start to dissipate and dissolve on its own when we recognize that it's here and it's calling for attention. So we could bring to our mind's eye a morning again, this morning that we woke up and we felt agitated, just out of sorts, and the body feels tight, clenched, maybe restless. Maybe there's just this sense of frustration, and it starts first thing in the morning, and we are frustrated that we're frustrated. And it can end up lingering, and this residue can stay with us, or we can just recognize, it's here. I can soothe the body with slow breathing. Recognize this frustration, overwhelm, and take a look and see if there's any thoughts looping. This inner voice, if there's something going on in this inner voice that's adding to this frustration. Something on my to-do list. Something I'm worried about, some event or activity. Some physical issue. Some connection with another person. We might start to see these thoughts that are looping, adding, enhancing the frustration, this inner weather system of the body that doesn't feel right. Can we just be kind and caring toward the thoughts and the body here for a moment, and just allow it to be here, making some space, showing some kindness to what's showing up. We could be kind to ourselves and whatever worry has us knotted up. Offer kind words to ourselves and to our thoughts. We could take a deep breath, a loving breath in to whatever is here in the body, looping through in the thoughts, whatever is here, just offer kindness to it all. And patience and space. And then just release and let go on the exhale, inviting this turmoil of energy, this weather system within us, to dissolve, release its tight grip within us. And we could bring our attention to the breath, and just like we breathed into the head, we'll breathe into the chest space of the body. Breathing in the mind's eye, the breath is going into the central chest area of our body, kind of like our heart center. Breathing in to our chest center, exhaling, releasing, letting go on the exhale. Breathing in one more breath in, slow, caring, kind breath in, softening, releasing, letting go on the exhale. Our bodies are filled with energy, weather systems that sometimes are like hurricanes, sometimes are like beautiful, breezy, sunny days. We can start to part the clouds a little bit, using our breath, focusing our mind inward to bring calm, soothing, self-healing on these tight, turmoil-filled, energetic days. Use your breath in slower, steady ways when you first wake up, and this will really help to dissolve any of this tight energy. And when we notice it, we can just stop and pause for a few minutes and start to take care of ourselves from the inside out. Sending loving energy and kindness. I thank you so much for your time, and wishing you a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening.